provision of Section 1 again. This is a live.
Yeah, hello guys. Yeah, welcome to my platform, Timo Starboy, Reality Talk TV. Yeah, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and from where you are watching at your location time, I greet you all. So welcome to my platform, Timo Starboy Channel Blogs and Timo Starboy Reality Talk TV on YouTube. Please join us now. Please, I want to talk to Buhari, President Muhammadu Buhari, and INEC. Let them come over. Please, if you can tag them, let them come and hear this news. Because it seems that they are pretending that they don't know what is going on around them. So this one is from USA. That is Chicago radio station. So I want them to come and hear this news, So it's very important. Anybody that is you can hear us, you should tag them, because these people, they are playing with the fire. This election president, I've been as election president, they are calling for, So before they started all this whole mess, so let them come and hear. So okay, I will play the video now. So we'll talk on it. So I have a video to play for INEC chairman Mahmood and Buhari, because they are the one who orchestrate all this problem in the first place. So we want them to come and hear. Let them come and listen to this radio from Chicago, USA. So no be me talk am o, no be my radio. So this is what they have for us. So let me play now.
This is a live breaking news from a radio station in Chicago, United States of America, highlighting on the controversial president-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu as announced by INEC
Welcome
by
to the
Professor
platform.
Yakubu Mahmood on the 1st of March 2023 over the presidential election, stating that he did not win the election but was announced by INEC as the president-elect. This radio station went further to highlight on the Bola Ahmed Tinubu drug case in the United States of America, and there are also traces of videos and voices of Nigerian people who are making peaceful demonstration also in the United States of America, demanding that justice must prevail in the Nigerian state, that not only that Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not win the election, but that he also has a very bad record in the United States of America involving him in a drug trafficking offenses. In this video, you will also find the trending video that has been exposed to the internet, where the INEC chairman, Professor Yakubu Mahmood, earlier before the election, demonstrated how the BVAS machine would work in transmitting the presidential election result as well as other subsequent elections, where he went further to assure Nigerians that BVAS is a game changer and that there is no going back. He assured Nigerians home and abroad that live transmission of election result through the BVAS is a sure for all Nigerians. But unfortunately, it was a sad reality for all Nigerians that INEC, through Professor Yakubu Mahmood, intentionally stopped the BVAS machine from working on the day of election, simply just only for the presidential election. That was for them to fulfill their intended desire of manipulating the election result. Watch this video and continue to share it. God bless you.
59 WBBM. Chicagoans originally from Nigeria are calling for top elected officials in the U.S. to not recognize the current president-elect of Nigeria, adding that there is evidence that he and his political party did not win the election, which they say may have been manipulated to appoint Bola Tinubu as the next president of the West African country. Retired Chicago police officer and first-generation immigrant from Nigeria, Eric Osoji, at Federal Plaza tells WBBM that Tinubu faced allegations of drug trafficking and money laundering in Chicago's federal court, but was allowed to return to Nigeria. Osoji says what's happening now in Nigeria would not happen in the U.S.
If the president of this country has a drug trafficking record, he will not be the president. He will not be sitting in the White House. So why is that good for Nigeria?
protesters at Federal Plaza say that Tinubu used his money and influence to override Nigeria's democratic process, displacing candidate Peter Obi, but they say was truly meant to be the country's next president. 40 Degrees like...
You are going to be deployed to the most important level of the electoral system, that is the polling unit. The polling unit level is the most important. You are going to be deployed to the most important level of the electoral system, that is the polling unit. The polling unit level is the most important level, because that is the only place where Nigerians go and vote. So you will handle the register, you will handle the papers, you will also handle the result sheets at that level, and you will also be responsible for transmitting the result to the direct voters on election day. So what we are doing here and nationwide is to train you. We have the manual, the physical manual, we have the soft manual online, and then we brought in the PBAS for hands-on training. So all of you will be familiar with this machine, so that you're not only seeing it on election day. So if there are areas where you don't understand, please ask questions. When you deploy on election day, the first thing after a voter has been accredited or can confirm is to authenticate using the fingerprint, and this is the window. If the fingerprint doesn't work, and don't just try one finger, try the thumb, try the index, try the other fingers. If it doesn't work, then you take the picture. There are two cameras on this machine. There is the front camera and there is the back camera. Once the voter is accredited, you will see a green check. And on this window, you will see the number of persons accredited. For instance, this is a demonstration paper. It says that there are 38 registered voters, but accredited voters is 0. Once you accredit, the number will be showing. So please pay attention to this. I should also tell you that we are watching you. The moment you pick up these papers to configure it, the front camera will take the picture, so we know who is handling the papers. So we are also tracking you. Whatever you do to these machines, we are watching you at the back end on the same machine. Before you configure, the first thing the machine does using the front camera is to take your picture, so that we know the person who is accrediting voters and who has been assigned to a particular polling unit. Don't assign this machine to any other person. Pay attention to what your trainers are telling you. It's a new school for you. It's a new school. And who will examine you? Nigerians will examine you on election day. INEC will also examine you on election day. So do I have your assurance that you are committed to this process? Yes, sir. You are also going to swear to an oath of loyalty and neutrality. I saw mine in yesterday. From the chairman of INEC to the presiding officer at the polling unit level, all of us will swear to an oath. I did mine yesterday as the returning officer for the presidential election. Are you assuring me that you are committed to this process? Yes, sir. Are you assuring me that your loyalty is to Nigeria and Nigerians only? Yes, sir. INEC is not a political party. You are not agents of any political party. You are agents of an independent electoral commission. Our loyalty and allegiance is to the Nigerian people. Whoever they choose, so be it. It's their own decision. Our responsibility is to be an honest broker and an umpire. Am I guaranteed once again that you will be loyal to these processes? Yes, sir. No fear or favor? Yes, sir. No affection or ill will? Yes, sir. All committed? Yes, sir. All charged? Yes, sir. All good to go? Yes, sir. God bless NYSC.
So,
Provision of Section 134 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic. So
this another video I'm going to play now is they want to explain to us how the 25% in FCT is applying to the election to the presidential election. So here from the judges, Bennett judges is a former NBA judge. So let's hear from him. So we explain further. So the benefit of a double nomination and all this election, this thing. So we explain to us. So please listen.
Of Nigeria as amended is unambiguous. In other words, very clear. It is settled law that where a provision of a statute is clear or unambiguous, it must be given its natural, ordinary, everyday meaning. The provision of Section 134 is express. It mentioned the votes cast at the election in each of at least 2/3 of all states in the Federation and the Federal Capital, Abuja, meaning plus or including the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Well, we have joining us to put this in proper perspective, former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Michael Aondoka. Good to have you on Arise
Mr.
News.
Michael
Thank you so much for
Aondoka.
joining us on Newsday.
They will try to explain to us. Please,
Thank
listen.
you very much.
Please listen
For giving me
attentively.
the opportunity to be here again.
Oh, you're welcome. Now, there's been some controversy over the interpretation of Section 134 of the 1999 Constitution. Some legal scholars believe not having at least 2/3 of all states in the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, nullifies the presidential election results declared by INEC and will form the thrust, of what happens at the Election Petition Tribunal. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, thank you very much. I have spoken so much about this and I wouldn't want to be personal. But I wish to draw the attention to the reading of a document, the requirement of a law. The Constitution is a document, and for you to get the true intention of a particular provision of the Constitution, for instance, Section 134, subsection 2, you have to read the entire Constitution in reference to other provisions of the Constitution. That's where you will get the true meaning. Today, I don't want to specifically talk about Section 134, subsection 2, but to give you other background provisions that if you want to construe that provision, you must also have to look at them to give you what you are looking for. First, let's look at the Constitution itself, Section 1 and 2. And Section 1 said Nigeria should be a federation consisting of the state and the federal capital. That is the beginning. Should be a federation consisting of states and federal capital. That appeared there. If you go back to the sections, Section 3 of the Constitution, it went ahead to list the 36 states of the Federation by name. From there up to Section 6 of the Constitution, you will discover that what is local government is specified, what is area council is specified, the area of the states are defined in the schedule, the area of the Federal Capital Territory is defined in the schedule. So you will know that there's no mix-up of what is federal capital or what is state, because they are specifically mentioned, and the rules of interpretation is that what is specifically mentioned in the Constitution or in the document, what is not mentioned is excluded. So if you look at it, the states are well defined, their territorial area well defined, even their capitals are well defined. If you come to the issue of the federal local governments contained in all the states well defined, and then the Constitution not pretend in federal capital to say they have a local government, say they have 6 area council, specifically defined in the second schedule of what is the federal capital. Then if you go back to Section 133B of the Constitution, which deals with presidential election, which comes before Section 134, you will see that a person who is a single candidate at the election is still stipulated to win 25% in 2/3 of all the states and federal capital. And it goes to say that if somebody is not elected in accordance with the Constitution, fresh nomination should be. That one has gone further, not talk of fresh election. It's a fresh nomination should be taken.
Fresh nomination.
That is how serious it is.
Yeah.
If you marry that provisions, you'll be able to arrive at the true intention of Section 134, subsection 2. You must look at Section 133. Certain, because the president is just a single candidate. Yet the stipulations say he must get 2/3 of yes or no in the 2/3 of the 36 states of the federation and federal capital. And if he is not elected, there's no winner in accordance with the provisions of Section 133, fresh nomination, not election, fresh nomination should be conducted. That is in the case of a single candidate. So when you come to 134, which deals with multiple candidates, 2 or more candidates, the procedure is almost the same. The and came again. Where it's being argued, maybe rightly or wrongly, that Section 299 makes the federal capital a state. I am afraid where something is specifically mentioned, where defined, I don't think importation of that kind of interpretation may be appropriate. But that is still left to be resolved by the aspect. But assuming you now look at that, 299, and equate it, you will see the special nature of the federal character, because there is also specified that the president should act as if he's a governor. And therefore, one may be tempted as the federal capital is created, given a special nature. And if you look at it literally, if he's deemed to be a governor, Section 176 of Section 2 of the requirements of winning 2/3 must have applied. But here the Constitution stipulated it should only be 25%. I thought that is the more proper consideration, because if you are saying it's a state, then the issue of requirement of winning to the federal capital by 2/3 as specified in the governorship election will arise. But I don't think that's what is the import of the Constitution. But so much has been said, has been repeated about this. I just drew the attention to the other sections of the Constitution that can give more light, because the interpretation rules say make reference to other relevant provisions of the Constitution for clarity. And again says you should read the whole documents as a whole. Section 299 appear to be more consonant with the administrative procedure, which gives the state, the federal capital, the power to the president as if he's a governor to administer the federal capital, and the National Assembly as if it's a House of Assembly to make laws for the federal capital. That is my understanding of it. But it has generated so much and it's in court. I'm afraid we'll see what the judges will say.
Definitely, we have to wait and see. But thank you so much for giving us your own interpretation. Now, talking about the presidential election petition court, they turned down the PDP's request for the live streaming of proceedings, saying the request is a new one and is not supported by any law in the country for now. However, confidence in the Nigerian judiciary is low at the moment, with some people believing that justice might not be served over the outcome, of the presidential election. As the former Attorney General of Nigeria, how would you reassure such skeptical minds that indeed justice will be served at the Election Petition Tribunal?
Thank you very much. My previous appearance on this television on the issue of the desirability, I say it's highly desirable but not practicable at this moment. And I gave my reasons, time, and it's a matter of policy. It's not a matter of law. The stipulation of law is that the tribunal should sit in a place that is completely accessible. But you see, we are moving to a society it is highly technologically advanced. Our society is becoming internet-based. It's highly desirable, but regrettably, it's a matter of policy. It is not within the judges presiding. It's not a legal matter. But I think the judges felt that they don't want to go into issues that are not purely legal, but more administrative and more a matter of policy, not legal issues. And I think they were going in the right direction. Again, there's a problem in we've never had, it's not desirable to hear you can gauge the social media. But you see things have happened in the country where things are twisted. And at this stage, I think there's more wisdom to say, let us allow people who want to have access to the tribunal to have, but let us not televise. Because before you hear, people will start talking, body language experts will start talking. I saw this judge, I saw here frowning, I saw this. I think these are some of the things that must have created some kind of problems for the judges. Since the applications were not rooted in law, then it becomes a big problem for them to swear. And if anything comes out, who authorized you to rule in favor? On which law did you do it? So, to me, I don't still see any doubt in the credibility of the judges. When hearing starts, most of the evidence being presented are documentary evidence. Most of the issues are issues of law. At that time, we can know what is going on. But at this age, I don't think the issue of not televising should play so much important to lower or have effect on the credibility of the noble laws presiding. We should still give them the benefit of doubt.
Well, thank you very much for that. Former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Michael Aondo.
Again, Mr.
Provision of Section 134 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of...
Sorry. So, another one, please, I want you to listen to this one too. This one to give a lot of clarification on the election matter, It's Mr. Dele Farotimi. So, please listen to him. He says a lot of sense in this video. So let's have our hair on the ground. So thank you.
Again, Mr. Dele Farotimi.
Always a pleasure to be with you.
The battle for the determination of the winner of the February 25th presidential election has started with the legal fireworks.
Thank you, Abdul. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the love.
The question now is what's your assessment?
Thank you so much.
Presidential election tribunal.
I appreciate.
Has it lived up to expectation, and is the arc of moral justice, the universe,
thank you,
towards justice?
Nigeria is a funny country. We had an election, but we're in court, waiting for the court to tell us the winner. Nigeria is a funny country. So there we talk about the hack of justice bending. Look, Nigeria leaves me flummoxed a lot of times. Flummoxed in the sense that we are forced to discuss, analyze, and debate madness in the place of... you can't even... It's becoming almost impossible to contemplate Nigeria rationally, because even the question you have had to begin to...
Sorry.
begin to unpack all the bits and pieces of it demands the abdication of the use of one's senses before one might even begin to grapple with the issues. We trooped out in our numbers the 25th of February. Across the length and breadth of Nigeria, I supported Peter Gregory Obi. Other people had their preferences, and that's fine. That is the beauty of what is called democracy. But INEC and everybody constitutionally, quote and unquote, charged with the duties of ensuring a peaceful, free, and fair election, did everything to ensure that nothing of the sort happened. But that's INEC. We've debated INEC enough. And the question you asked, more or less, is about the judiciary now. Now, my views on the Nigerian judiciary are in the public space. It doesn't need any repetition. I have no confidence in our judiciary. That is not, it's not a statement born of extremes. It's a statement based on the objective realities on the ground. We're told that the judiciary is the last hope of the common man.
Yeah, exactly.
But that presumes an independent judiciary. It also presumes the rule of law. It also presumes the presence of citizens who are all equal before the law. None of these are the case in Nigeria. The Nigerian Supreme Court has proven itself repeatedly to be the chambers of absurdities. We saw the Machina decision. We witnessed the Akpabio insanity.
Amao Ahmed, welcome to the platform.
Of Uzodinma in Imo State. These are but mere examples of the madness that has come to permeate our judiciary. Defines its very essence. You can't even ask a year one law student to make you can't excuse those errors from a new wig. How much more, men? Those are not errors. So let me just put it this way. The tribunal has the opportunity to redefine exactly the meaning of justice in Nigeria. It has the opportunity. I'm not saying that it must declare one person or the other, but it must do justice. To do justice is to look at the laws for all their words dispassionately. Look at the rules that INEC itself made, the guidelines it set, and then determine whether whether the man known as Bola Ahmed Tinubu indeed satisfied the conditions set out as being necessary to be elected the president of Nigeria. I'm not holding my breath, but I am saying categorically that it is up to these men and women. I don't know who they are. I've not bothered to check the composition of the court, and I'm being careful not to tie everybody with the same brush. It is up to them to decide how they will be remembered by history. That's not for Dele Farotimi. They have a choice. They are the ones who will be sat or who are sat on the panel. They have names. Their names will be remembered either for good
or for bad.
I doubt any one of them is less than 50 years old. I'm 55. They will live forever. So if they elect to have their consciences purchased, and we've seen enough in the public space to suggest that such subterranean moves are already being made. There's the leaked audio of Gandola and Masari clearly explaining the rationale for Kwankwanso's inclusion in Tinubu's cabinet. They are hoping to compromise the judiciary. So these are all things that are entirely up to them. Yorubas will say, it is so that you might be given the opportunity to decide who you are, that you are given a name. When you decide to commit a crime, it will be in your name. If you do good, it will be in your name. Exactly. So it's entirely up to them. We quote Lord Dennings all the time in Nigerian law schools. And we quote him in court. We quote Kayode Esho, we quote Okuta. We will remember their names, either for infamy or for...
Sorry. This commercial. The commercial is too much. Sorry, guys.
For infamy or for finding the courage to save Nigeria is entirely up to them. As for confidence in them, I have none. It is up to them to prove whether they are deserving of trust and confidence. The Nigerian judiciary as a whole is no different from the whole of Nigeria, including myself. I'm not removing myself, but there is nothing about us that suggests that we have covered ourselves in glory and choose the right way. Well, it's up to them. They are individuals. They have names. History will remember them for whatever they do.
I remember in a recent interview we had with you some couple of weeks back, to reiterated the fact that this presidential tribunal will afford the Nigerian masses to see the denuding or the nuding of the Nigerian, elite, so to speak, who have hijacked the entire process itself. Do you still see that happening even with this? And does that...
It's already happening. You're not paying attention. See, the Apapa circus, the Arabambi orchestra, all those are part and parcel of the unnuding. It's just not immediately evident. Why would a man who should be preparing for posterity elect to mortgage himself to the chariots that Papa has lent himself to? How? So those are part of the circus. So you're already seeing all kind of persons emerging from the woodworks. You're already seeing all kind of strange things happening. But that is only because instead of taking to the streets in the immediate aftermath of the electoral heist, the candidate of the Labour Party was specific in making clear to his followers, no violence, no violent demonstrations. We're going to court. So the moment he served notice about going to court, those who had never been interested in the truth coming out went into overdrive to decide how to distract the people. Remember, I said to you that it will afford us an opportunity to denude the Nigerian state, the corrupt INEC chairman, and it would also force the judiciary into having to do the right thing, because there is overwhelming evidence of the electoral rape and brigandage that took place both on the 25th and in the subsequent election of, I believe that was March 18th. So it's not like we have a scarcity of evidence to prove our allegations that Yakubu stole an election on behalf of a man who is essentially a career criminal. So we've said this repeatedly, and we are
career criminal.
We said that we will prove this.
That is another title.
Now, in order for that,
that is another title for Bola
Tinubu. They started all kinds of games, and all you have to do is to take a step back.
Career criminal.
First, they had the madman on the plane.
Slave
who was
master.
claiming to be obedient. Distraction. Then they started with, they want to create problems. One went all the way. Liar Mohammed went all the way to New York, to Washington, to go and be laying allegations of treason. All kind of things were done to distract the people from focusing on the tribunal.
Yeah.
Then you had the attempted factionalization of the Labour Party. I'm not a member of the Labour Party, and I've said so severally during, before, and after the election. But you could see very clearly that in their own reductio ad absurdum, they had come to assume that the totality of the mandate that was given on the 25th could be dissipated if you destroy the platform, which is the Labour Party, in their own thinking. What they fail to understand is that 9 out of every 10 persons who voted Peter Obi is not a member of the Labour Party. So they were attacking the Labour Party. That was because they were afraid of what the tribunal would do. Arabambi, Orchestra, Baba Pampa, and his own circus show. So you have all of that. But now, the substance of the case itself will be opened up. I will be shocked if the court allow cameras in there. I'll be shocked because...
Sorry. So in my own statement, I will make a statement here. So, and I will stop the video. You see, there is the judges, you know, that they will take place on this May 26th. That is a Friday. This coming Friday. So they will make a roundup of the justice for this Shetima double nomination, and as well as Tinubu, you know, perjury. So we want to wait. We want to wait for the judgment, you know, to come up. So we want to wait. So let Supreme Court, let them do the needful. That is what we are asking for. Let them do the needful. Let them save the Nigeria. Because if they rule against the truth and they rule against the justice, that means they want to put the fire in the country. They are the only one. Let them prove it to the people that they are the last hope of the common man, so to say. So that is what we want. We want justice. So we don't want any funny game. We don't want any jeopardy. So we don't want all this sort of bias. Say because Bola Tinubu have paid them, you know, they have been paid off. So let them do the needful. Let them do the needful. So we beg you in the name of God, save the country. Don't let the country get in fire. Don't let the country catch fire. So I'm saying my own. Supreme Court should save the country. Because as things is going on now, we don't know for sure what is going to end the whole scenario. Because we have been hearing the rumors all around that they are paying you guys, and you guys you are dancing to their tone. So we don't need that. We don't need that. So Supreme Court, you are the last man of the common man. You are the last hope of the common man. So say the truth and let the devil be ashamed. On May 26th, which is Friday, this week, just render the justice. Okay? So thank you so much, our viewers. Tomorrow, if we have another update, surely we will bring it to your ear. So for me, I will say goodbye for now. So have a lovely weekend. Bye. Thank you. Okay.